So boom, I'm back. Sorry I haven't uploaded. I had a first good shift at work, and then the last 2 days were just shit. Like literally, people were just fucking pissing me off. However, after that and in between then and now, I've managed to get a coat and weed, so I'm very happy. I've got my coat here. In fact, I'll put it on. Hold on. Here we go, mate. It's just a coat. Wait, hold on. It's just a plain black coat, mate, because I lost the other one. Don't know if you remember me telling you that I left it at our wedding. I did go back for it, but the place was shut when I went, and I just didn't bother try again when it reopened. So yeah, this is the coat. I'm very pleased. Like, now I have everything I need, because I had my fleece, but obviously I need a bit of extra proof for the rain, because my fleece is just windproof really. So yeah, I'm happy. Also managed to get some weed, and I've got a zoot on the go here. And yeah, I've run out of roach. Well, I'm at my nan's and I didn't bring any, so I've had to use a yellow bit of card, so I've got a yellow roach. So late debrief, mate. So basically, I woke up, this would have been on Saturday, tired as fuck, not really feeling it, and the bullshit continued from there really. I stopped off before work, got a lift, 3 of us. Stopped off before work. My boss got on McDonald's. I went off with one of my colleagues, went into Tesco's, got a drink, smoked a zoot, got back in the car, and then we went on. Got to work, things were quiet. It was on the pier, and basically the pier was open, and then once the event starts, it gets shut, or just before the event, so we close it at like 2, half 2, and then the event starts at 3. Well, gates open at 3. So before everything starts, we've got time, we have a little briefing, and they say what's what, and then they say anything they want to improve from the night before, and then yeah. So I was like chilled, I got everything I needed, I got my evidence bags. Oh shit, yes mate, I've got some evidence bags from work. Yes! Like literally, evidence bags, like a little side note, evidence bags, they cost like like 50 quid for 20. And then like the bigger the size you get, like the more expensive they are. So if you wanted like 100 bags, that would cost you like, I don't know, £120, maybe more, depending on the size. So they're quite expensive for what they are. It's just a bag, like, so they're really expensive. And I've got some for free, and it's so handy because basically when you confiscate stuff, you can put it in a bag. And yeah, it's not really important, but it just scores points with the bosses and the supervisors because it's just more professional than putting it in your pocket or putting it to one side. Like, it's going in a bag, and then the bag gets sealed, and then you can know if it's been opened or not. So yeah, got all my kit, got my scanners. We had like metal detector wands, my ejection sheets, which is on a clipboard. Got loads and loads of them. So basically every time someone gets chucked out, you write down their name, their description, what time they got chucked out, and who they got chucked out by. And I had my radio, and that was it. So I had all my kit, and then made my way down to the gates, went for a smoke, came back on, and then shut down the site. I wasn't supervising, but I was given a little bit more responsibility than the other team members because I'm like, they were subcontractors, so I know the company policies, and I know more. I actually was working directly through the company that got the contract rather than being part of another company that just got the job. Basically, I got supervisor's role, but I wasn't a supervisor, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know if this makes sense, but yeah. Anyway, the point is, met my team, like, introduced myself to everyone, and was all chilling. It was fine. Some of the staff were new, and some staff hadn't done front doors before, so I wasn't babysitting, but I was just like training them up as we go along, and it was all going good. Like, everything was going smooth. There was full bag search, and then 1 in 5 had a full body search as well. So jackets, bags, clothing, pockets, everything. As I've said before, everyone gets searched. If there's a search policy, it doesn't matter who you are, everyone will get searched. Doesn't matter your age, if you're a boy, if you're a girl, if you're a child, whatever, everyone gets searched. So, I'm on the door, well, front gate. So the rules were, you can't take your drinks in with you. You can't bring your own drinks if it's been opened. So if you drink, any open containers can't be brought in, and then own alcohol can't be brought in. If you've got soda or something still, and like it's just juice and it's sealed, then you can bring it in. If you've purchased your alcohol on site within the venue, then you can't take it off site. You can only drink it on site because it's an on license, it's not an off license. So with that cleared up, someone approaches the front doors, the main gates. Sorry, I keep calling it doors, but it's gates because it was gates, yeah. Anyway, the point is, she was an old lady, yeah, and now this sounds really bad, like, I don't make a habit of, like, picking on old women, like, but the rules are the rules. It happened to everyone. And later on in the night, the band members, the main artists who was performing, they got pissed off with me because I said the same thing to them. The point is, you can't bring your open drinks on site. So she had an open drink. I had about 70 empty bottles, open bottles that I'd confiscated, basically. So she could clearly see that that was the rules. It said it on the signs. I even showed you the fucking sign. And yeah, there's no excuse just to try and fucking wiggle your way out of trying to get in. So she's like, oh, well, why can't I bring my drink in? Getting really rude for no reason. I explained to her about the licensing laws. We even have a copy. We had a copy printed of the licensing laws, which never happens, as I said to you before. But yeah, a copy of the licensing laws were printed so we could actually say that is what we're following. So if you've got a problem, fucking complain to the government, mate. Instead of just leaving it and realising that she'd been owned, she realised that she was in the wrong. She made a massive deal out of it and started getting stressed and like, throwing her hands up in the air. I was like, look, I've had enough of this. Like, you know, there's people waiting. Bearing in mind, this is the main gate, so there's people queuing up behind her while she's having an argument with me, waiting to get in to be searched, ready to follow the rules. So now the point I'm trying to make is the people that then try and pull rank. So because she realised she was in the wrong, she didn't manage to get a drink on site. I chucked it away. But the point is, she then came back looking for a drink, started rummaging through my confiscation bin, like actually going through my bin, and that obviously made me kick off. Point number one, the reason why you don't, I didn't go skits, but I was like, look, just go away, just leave it, just fuck off. I didn't say this, but I was getting annoyed because I was like, look, just fuck off. Like, your drink's been taken, that's it. Like, you can't bring your own drink on site. And then she says, oh yeah, but I've got shares in the pier. I part own the pier, blah, 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 blah. Now, when people say that to me, yeah, I've talked about the owner, the people that think they're the owner. But actual owners, when they say that to me, they should fucking know even more. Like, that doesn't help them. That just makes me want to fuck them up even more, because it's like, if you're saying to me that you've got part ownership of the pier, your last pier burnt down, so you should understand the rules and regulations that we have. Secondly, again, you should just understand the rules. If you are actually genuinely, if you do have something to do with the ownership of the pier, you should understand the rules and you should follow them. You should have seen that there's about 5 or 6 signs already screwed into the fence that are there all the time, regardless if there's an event or not. And then there was extra signs that had been put up before the event, and she was just taking the piss. Anyway, she made a complaint about me, and then that was the end of that. Moving on, this has kind of turned into a types of people I meet at work, plus a debrief. But this is all genuine stuff that's happened. These are not examples. There was another person, yeah. It just happens to be a woman again, because women just are fucking cunts. They just argue. Like, men are cunts, but they just be cunts, and then that's it. Like, so for example, yeah, at the end of the night on egress, I'm not gonna go into that example. I'm gonna switch up so it doesn't just sound like I'm picking on women, but women are just argumentative shitheads, which is statistically proven. It's not just me saying that. Statistically, it's harder to arrest a female than it is to arrest a male, because it's always it's a constant screeching and whining. But with a guy, yeah, for example, this guy, he was coming out on egress, which is when everyone leaves. You can't take your drinks off site, as I've said. So it's the end of the night, everyone's a bit merry, they want to go home, but they're still finishing their drink. So I say to them, you've got to finish your drink before you leave site. Then you just get a bit of, oh, you're a fucking cunt. Come on then, mate, I can take my fucking drink off. They push past you, you grab the bottle, you say you can either take your drink, you can either drink your drink now or chuck it away, and that's it. They finish their drink and they walk off. Women, on the other hand, are completely different, mate. They're completely fucking different. Like, literally, they're completely different. Like, with men, they just be boisterous and they just push you and shove you, and then you just show them who's boss, and that's it. It sounds cringy, and it sounds like, oh yeah, I'm not saying I'm cocky or hard or anything, but I'm just saying, like, you set the tone and that's it. You just say what you need to say. But with women, they just don't want to, they always want to have the last word, is what I'm trying to say. They always want to have the last word. So this particular woman, yeah, she was coming off site, and then fucking, I was like, you can't take your drink off site. And then, no, she was coming onto site, actually. She was coming onto site, which made it even weirder because it was near the end of the show. It was near the end of the show. But yeah, she was coming onto site, and I said to her, you can't bring your drink on site because it's open. Because she had bought it from the cafe, which was also on the pier, but it wasn't on site. It wasn't the bit where the event was, so it'd been gated off. So one bit was open, you could do whatever you want, there's separate security, and then one bit was our security, which is what I was doing. So yeah, she wanted to come back in because obviously she'd bought a beer, been for a smoke, and it's just started to rain. Yeah, bought a beer, been for a smoke, and then was coming back on site. Can't take a drink on site, as I've said 1,000,001 times. It's getting boring now, but that's what I have to say. So yeah, welcome to my world. And then she decides to start saying, oh yeah, but I want to bring my drink on site, and I can bring my drink on site. I said, no, you can't, because it's just, that's how it is. Like, while the event is like, yeah, but you can't control the pier, and you don't have any authority, blah, 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 blah. Then she starts trying to get into, oh, fucking hell, the seagulls, mate. Then she starts trying to get into all the legalities of things, like in terms of like common law, and basically you don't have to follow the law under common law as long as you're not doing anything wrong, which in theory makes sense, but in actual fact, if you used to do it, you could still get arrested. Like, it doesn't work at all. The point is, she was going in and around the houses trying to make it confusing. I just said to her, look, no matter what you say to me, there's no drinks. You're not bringing your drink in. Just finish your drink and leave it at that. Don't say nothing more. So she's still standing there trying to give it large. Oh yeah, but I can still. It's like, oh my fucking god, mate. The people that do this, mate, it's just like, kill yourself. Like, why? I don't understand it. Like, just try and go in around the houses to try and, like, the decision already been made. Like, literally. Like, I'm not a policeman, yeah? We're not police officers. Like, security is completely different from policing. Like, private security, like, you get an event which is sealed off, yeah? They're allowed to have that bit of land. So your rights don't mean shit. If you're coming onto our property, if you're coming into the event, yeah, then you follow the rules of whatever we say. Like, I'm not saying that as in lording it over anyone, but I'm just saying how it is. Like, that's how it is. Like, the decision has already been made. Like, we get told what they want, like the organisers, and then we just say, this is what you have to do, and that is it. There's no changing it on the door. I'm not suddenly going to go, okay, yeah, you're right. Like, you'd have to take it up with the organiser or send an email the next day. There and then on the door, nothing is going to happen. Like, it's not going to change. I'm not going to say, okay, you can bring your alcohol on site. Hold on one second. Let me just go inside because it's starting to rain. Wait there. Oh, fucking hell. Look at this, mate. Just fucking dropped all the matches, mate. How fucking peak is that? Oh. I'm using matches because, as I said, I'm at my nan's. And I forgot to bring a lighter, which really fucks me off because I've got so many. Well, I don't anymore, but I used to have so many. So there's not really any excuse for me not to have a lighter, but never mind. Right, let me just press pause and I'll get back to you. Out of nowhere, this came from. Literally out of nowhere. Fucking hell. I can't make a video in here, it's too loud. I can't even hear myself think. I've moved to the kitchen because in the conservatory it's too noisy. So yeah, what I was saying to you was, once the decision has been made, that's it. Like, some security are bad and they abuse their powers, and like, fair enough, that's wrong, yeah. But most of the time the decision has already been made. Like, we're there just security. Like, we're there just there to keep the rules, like, to make sure nothing gets in. Like, just to keep everything, like, safe and keep everything moving. Like, that's it. Like, that's all we're there for. Just to make sure. We're just there as like a defense shield, basically. Like, that's what I mean. Like, there's no, like, that's it. So when people like get mad at security and start moaning and complaining, you're complaining the wrong fucking person. Like, because most of the time, like, unless like you get like street security and they've like made a wrongful arrest and like they're beating up a shoplifter or some shit and they're like restraining them and like twisting them up and all that bollocks, then yeah, otherwise, yeah, fair enough, that's out of order. But if you're at an event and you're at a sealed event, do you know what I mean? You've got no rights whatsoever. You're coming into someone else's event. So like you just accept or you can leave. That's all it is. That's all there is to it. Like, so it stresses me out when people like fucking question security. Like, don't fucking question security. Like, why are you questioning them? Like, don't fucking bother. Like, if you're coming into an event, don't fucking question it. Just don't come in. If you don't like it, just don't fucking come in. Don't try and change the rules to suit you. They're not made for you. They're just made for everyone. Like, they're made for every single person, and everyone has to follow them over the board. It may not suit everyone, and that's why you don't fucking come. But don't give me shit. Whew. Moving on, right? And this is something that's really annoying, and it's health and safety. And it's something that everyone's heard of, like some people will know it more than others. If you're watching this and you work in an environment where health and safety, you'll understand what I mean by it and how strict it is. And if you don't, and you just heard the word health and safety and you think it's a load of bollocks, then, well, you're a fucking idiot. The point is, fucking health and safety. Like, I was on a pier, but I'm going to use this example because as I said, I'm debriefing about work over the weekend, but I'm also just doing the types of people I meet at work because I've just met every single fucker that I'm trying to think of. The point is, I am to be working on a pier, yeah, and the last pier burnt down. So, fucking, there was no smoking on the pier. Makes sense, yeah, obvious reasons. But you always get that one cunt that doesn't want to follow the rules. Like, why don't you want to follow the rules? Like, literally, I don't understand why you don't want to follow the rules. While we're talking about following the rules and on the topic of health and safety, there's no standing on the edge, right? Like, you got the pier here. Say, for example, the pier's here, and then you've got the outside, and then you've got the sea, right? You've been on a fucking pier, like, and if you haven't, then fucking search one up and you see what I mean. But yeah, you've got the pier, and then you've got sea either side. So obviously, there's no standing on the edge, because obviously, if you get pushed over, it's metal framework underneath. So if you fall in, then yeah, you're just gonna get yourself fucked up, and then you're gonna complain about that. Secondly, like, side note again, like, this is just loads of different points, mate, and I know I'm going on, and I might not even be making sense, but nevertheless, this is the video, mate, so get on board. The point is, yeah, we had fucking fire lanes, so, like, there was, the pier has to have, like, a massive walkway either side of it. So that's a fire lane, so that's got to be kept clear. But obviously, if you've got a band on and the band is good and people like the band, people are naturally just going to spread out and filter out and filter out. But we've got to try and keep them in and then just keep moving people back. But people will just push to the front and then they fill up in the empty spaces, which is the fire lane. Those fire lanes have got to be kept clear for obvious reasons. You're on a fucking pier. The last one burnt down because someone set it on fire, so it was actually arson. And then obviously, if there is a fire and you can't get off, you're going to be moaning at security saying, why couldn't we get off the pier? Because you was in the fucking fire lane. That's why I'm saying you need to move. Now, these all sound like really pathetic, really small, minor points. But when you have to deal with it and you've got 2,000 people on site and you've got 500 people that are doing it, like, that is a lot of people. And that's going to cause a lot of problems because, as I said, if there is a fire and no one can get off the pier, and then you see on the news that people have burnt down on the pier and you've got over 500 casualties, you're going to be saying, how did that happen? Blah, 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 blah. Which is why we have rules. So just follow the fucking rules. It's for everyone else's safety and it's for everyone else's benefit. Moving on, yeah, if you don't follow the rules, it's only the punter that loses out. Like, literally, I still get paid. Like, that's not the point because fucking, I told you I enjoy my job. I like going to work. Like, money is just a byproduct of something I enjoy doing. But, like, it's only the punters that lose out. Like, it's only you as you're going to the event. You've paid for your ticket. I still get paid whether the event is cancelled or not. Like, do you know what I mean? The organisers still get paid because you've already paid for your ticket. It's only you that loses out. They'll just cancel the event and that will be it. Like, everyone else will still be. Do you know what I mean? I'll still be there. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter for me. Like, I'm there either way. Like, it doesn't matter. So it doesn't make sense for you to go against me and try and, you know, do you know what I mean? Come up against me. It just doesn't make sense. You're the only one that loses out. One more thing about health and safety. We was on the sea, yeah? You've got people that will be in the sea. So obviously, as I said, we had like the Coast Guard and the kayak people that were underneath the thing. But then we had to go down in the system because obviously they're in boats on water and then we'll do the land. So, fucking people will be going in the sea. There was these 3 girls, yeah, they stripped down into their underwear. And there was another group, there was 3 separate groups. There was 3 girls, there's a group of lads, and there was another group, like a mixed group. But they was just sitting down, some of them were in, some of them weren't. But it's just like, they was all going in the water. But it's like, why would you go in the water? Like, it's freezing cold, it's dark, like, And then, do you know what I mean? They're going to get, if they get drowned or whatever, if they get washed away, no doubt their parents will be on the local news crying their eyes out saying how much of a nice and sensible person they are. Clearly not if they're fucking swimming in the ocean at stupid o'clock in the morning. Like, do you know what I mean? Not in the morning, but at night, do you know what I mean? Like, it's just, oh my God, it's stupid. It's so stupid, I don't understand. And then, like, someone else has to come out and risk their life to save you when it's your own fucking fault. Like, you should just be left to drown. Like, it stresses me out because then it just makes it look like the security measures for the event are shit, but it's not. People are just stupid. Like, literally, they just need to drown. They just literally need to drown and die, and then they can't do that again. They can't go to another event and start being a twat. Ooh, I'm on one, mate. I'm fucking on one. Like, literally, I'm on one. Moving on to the unfunny Joker, mate. I've mentioned this before, like, literally, but I called him the Joker, but I've just called him the unfunny Joker now, and it's the guy that makes the references about having explosive hand grenades, weapons, knives, guns, all that sort of stuff in his bag. Oh yeah, be careful, I've hidden my hand grenades in there. It's like, why the fuck would you say that? You're a fucking knob, kill yourself. Like, why the fuck would you say that? Like, literally, why the fuck would you say that? That's not even funny. Like, literally, why the fuck would you say that? Like, literally. Like, and then when I kick him out, he wonders why. Like, literally, he actually wonders why. Like, people don't understand. Like, people think, oh, they think they got a right. Like, as I said, they think they got rights to come in. Like, security don't have to let you in. Like, literally, if you go to an event, yeah, you've paid for a ticket, but they don't have to let you in. Like, they don't have to. They don't even need to give you a reason. Like, legally. And like, I've refused so many people, and people say, oh, I'm gonna call the police on you. You can't do this. Yes, I fucking can. Like, yes, I can, and I will, and I do. Like, literally, like, people are like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do this. Like, I'm calling the police. Fucking call them. Legally, I can do it. I don't even need to give you a reason. I'm not a policeman, as I said. Like, I'm on private property. I don't need to give you a fucking reason. It's not like a police officer stops and searches you, yeah? And they've got to give a reason as to why they're stopping and searching you. I don't need a fucking reason, bruv. If you're on private land, like, your rights are gone, mate. I don't need a fucking reason. If I look at you and I say, I don't like your trainers, you're not coming in. That is it, mate. I don't like your fucking shoes. That is it. That is my reason. If I say I don't like you or you're not coming in, that is my reason. That's it. You're not coming in. If I say I don't want you in here, that is it. I don't want you in here. That is it. Simple as that. Don't fucking cause up a stink. Like, literally, people get so surprised when you're like, no, you're not coming in. And they wonder why when you're saying shit like that, mate. Like, it's not even funny. Like, people are like, oh yeah, it's just a joke. It's just a bit about... No, mate. If you're going past security, yeah, keep your fucking head down and your bag open and keep your mouth shut. Like, literally, you get your search and then you walk in, you have a sick time, mate, and you go off and do whatever you want to do, mate. Like, literally, don't fucking, as soon as you get on the door, mate. Like, literally, a festival is to have people to have fun. There are going to be people that take drugs. There are going to be people that drink. There's going to be people that fight. There's going to be people that, do you know what I mean? Like, doing stupid stuff. That's fine, but don't fucking start it as soon as you get on the door. You dumb. Like, you haven't even got in yet and you're being a cunt already, like, and you wonder why, like, we're not going to let you in. Like, if you're being a cunt, like, as soon as you walk in the door, like, you're a fucking dickhead. Like, surely that's got to make sense. Like, oh mate, I've explained this to people. I've had this argument with people so many times, like, literally, and I almost think that I'm in the wrong because people don't seem to understand. Like, is it really that difficult to understand? Like, just don't be a cunt. Like, literally, just don't be a cunt. Like, if you're going through security, like, I don't understand the logic of someone thinking, right, this person, yeah, has control of this building, so they have the decision who comes in and out, so I'm going to piss them off as much as possible before I've even got into the event. How does that make sense in the fucking brain, mate? Does that really make sense? Like, literally, I don't... And some people say to me, oh, you're so grumpy, oh, you're so miserable, oh, why do you have to be so moody? Oh, smile, why, oh, it can't be that bad. Just making shitty jokes. Why the fuck do you have to say anything, mate? Like, don't fucking say anything. Like, literally, why do you have to fucking say anything? If you're going past security, mate, just keep your fucking head down. Like, if you're going past a policeman, just keep your fucking head down. Like, literally, it's not being a pussy, it's not being a bumlick. Just don't fucking say shit and then you don't get stopped and then you don't get in shit, mate. I'm fed up with these people, yeah? Like, there was this guy, yeah, he come on with his dog. He was a street drinker. And, like, it took 3 of us to restrain him and kick him off. And then, like, he was just being a cunt for no reason. Like, literally, he was drunk, like, really, really drunk. As I said, he was a street drinker. And he was just fucking going around, fucking emptying all the empty cups, like pouring it into one and then drinking it. Just doing random crackhead stuff on the pier, which was making everyone uncomfortable, so we asked him to leave. Plus, he didn't have a wristband. And it was a ticketed event. So, yeah. And then he just starts causing trouble, and it's just like, what's the point? And then what I'm going to say to you is the fact that we kicked him off site. Like, it took us a good while to eject him off site because it was a bit of a fight. And then fucking we got him off the doors, and then he came back, went down to the beach. He came back with a load of rocks and started chucking rocks at us. So obviously they called it into the police, like my supervisor. It was out of my hands, so I didn't grass him up. And then they called it into the police. The police came down and he was like fucking chucking rocks, started spitting at the police, and then they arrested him. But it's like he had the chance to walk away. My point is, yeah, if you got the chance to not get into trouble and then you start being a cunt, don't be surprised when you get nicked. Don't wind up a policeman, don't wind up security, and then when they retaliate, you're like, oh no, that's unfair, you can't do this to me, blah, 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 blah. If you keep your fucking mouth shut, people are not going to start on you. Fair enough. Some police officers will just stop and search anyone unfairly. Fair enough, some security just exert their powers in nightclubs and beat people up for no reason. Fair enough, that's not everyone though. Most people, if you kept your mouth shut, they're not going to say shit to you. Show them your ID, do what's asked of you, and that's it, mate. Go and have a sick night. Do whatever you want. Like, literally, do whatever the fuck you want. But don't fucking start as soon as you see them, put them in your mind, because that's it. You're in our minds, and that's it. We're constantly going to be looking out for you. Anything that you do wrong, that's it. You're going to be out. Because it's not fair on everyone else that has to deal with you as well. Because obviously, if you're drunk or if you're being a cunt, you're a cunt to someone else, and they end up having a fight with you, they're going to get into trouble as well, so it's not fair on them. So it's for everyone's benefit. My message is, just keep your head down and your mouth shut, and shut the fuck up. Like, literally, that is my message. Before I move on, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with banter. I love banter, I love meeting new people. Don't mind the fact that people get drunk. Like, even though I don't drink, I deal with it. Like, I'm not against people. I don't just have a go at people because they're drinking. I don't discriminate against people because I don't drink. I'm not like that. I'm just generally saying, just don't be a cunt. Like, what's the point in saying, like, do you know what I mean? I don't mind banter. I don't mind having a joke. I don't mind having a giggle. But what's the point in saying you've got hand grenades? What's the point in saying you've got cocaine shoved up your ass? Like, and then when you get kicked out, you wonder why. Like, what is the point in saying things like that? Like, you just wouldn't say it. Do you know what I mean? Just don't say it. Moving on, mate. People who use their children, yeah, to fucking get into an event. So many times, yeah, you get people that want to come into an event and use their children to try and get in. Oh, my child needs the toilet. Oh, yeah, could I just quickly take my child to see this? Blah, 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 blah. And then also, yeah, with the whole toilets thing, they act like your toilet is the only toilet in the whole entire planet. Like, literally, they must use your toilet in your event. They must use it right this second. Like, they must come into your venue and use your toilet. No, fuck off elsewhere with that shit. Literally, fuck off. Like, I can't be bothered. Like, literally, I do not entertain that. People be like, oh yeah, but they've got children. No, mate, children is a perfect fucking cover. If everyone with children just said, oh yeah, I can just, no, mate, like, the rules are the rules, mate. You're not fucking coming in, the gates are closed, that's it, fuck off. Like, literally, there's plenty of other toilets. Like, don't fucking use your children. If you're watching this, you've got kids, yeah, don't use your children to try and fucking get into an event. And then also, another thing that pisses me off, yeah, is when people use their children and then they start shouting at security. Security will retaliate and say, right, you're not coming in. The child will then start crying and they'll say, look, you've now upset my child. The only reason your child is crying is because you're shouting at someone, so they're scared because they think they're in danger. That is the only reason. Like, people are dumb. People are fucking dumb. And while we're talking about dumb, yeah, I'm talking about the people that act dumb. The people that act dumb before they come in, like, they read the signs, they see the signs and they pretend they don't know what they're doing. Fair enough, some people don't see the signs, but there are plenty of signs. How many signs do there have to be? Yesterday, in fact, over the weekend, we had over 30 signs that said searches. No this, no that, no smoking, no skateboarding, no bikes, no kites, no drones, no nothing. Like, literally none of that. Like, we had over 30 signs that said that. How many fucking signs do you need before you just stop playing dumb and you just accept responsibility for your own fucking actions? Like, literally. You come in, you start searching someone's bag, they'll bring in, like, in glass and fucking bare shit. One guy had a fucking knife on him, like, literally, a fucking knife. Like, what's going on through your mind that you think you can generally bring in a knife, like a fucking penknife, like a fucking blade, mate? Like, what is going through your fucking head that makes you think, yeah, I'm gonna be allowed to bring a knife into a festival? You're a fucking cock. Like, literally, you're a fucking cock. Like, I feel crazy that I'm saying this, but it seems obvious to me, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's not obvious that you can't bring a knife into a festival. I don't fucking know. Am I crazy? I don't know. Like, literally, it all seems pretty straightforward to me. Like, I really don't get it. I don't understand the people that do this ridiculous stuff. Like the things that they bring in, like they'll bring in glass, fucking fuck off glass bottles like this, full of beer, full of alcohol, and they think that they can bring that in, like, and it clearly says no glass. Oh yeah, but it's just this, it's just that. They'll have wine here, it clearly says wine, and they'll tell me it's Ribena. Are you fucking dumb? Are you actually high? Like, some people just take the fucking piss, mate. Like, literally, some people just take the fucking piss. This is Schlur, by the way. This is not alcohol, but... And this is an open container, so this wouldn't have been allowed in. Like, this is what it would be like. So I'd say you can't bring this in because it's an open container. Oh yeah, but I'm allowed to bring this in, blah blah. I said no, and it's glass, so you can't bring it in. Yeah, but blah blah blah. Nah, boom, in the bin it goes. That's the drill, mate. You got a little bit of role play there. People are stupid, mate. People are so stupid. But that was work, mate. I'm aware I've gone on. I've been all around, all over the place. It hasn't been very structured. But yeah, people are dumb. So that's why I didn't make videos, mate. Because I was just fucking ranting and raving, just fucking going on and on and on, fucking reliving things that's already past. But it's fucking pissed me off. So yes, like literally, I got about fucking 1,000,001 complaints. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. I got like 5 or 6. So yeah, and then yeah, it wasn't good, mate. It wasn't fucking good. I jinxed myself. I came home really positive. I generally had a good night that night for Disney Rascal, and then the last 2 nights, the Saturday and the Sunday, absolute fucking bollocks, mate. People are absolute fucking idiots. Like, what? Oh my god, some people, like, I don't know what goes through people's heads. Like, someone had a screwdriver as well. A screwdriver in their bag, a full-on screwdriver just in their bag. No, you can't take that on. Like, that was confiscated. Like so many things that are confiscated. Like, oh my god. Knives as well. Like I said to you, pen knives, multi-tools, everything, mate. Like what makes you think you're going to be allowed to bring that into a venue? I don't know what right. Like, am I being too strict? Am I being too harsh? Am I not being very understanding? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, and then at the same time, yeah, people say if they do say I'm too strict. If I did let that shit in and they did go and stab someone, then everyone will complain and say, oh, well, why didn't security do this? Why didn't security? Do you know what I mean? So you never win. Like, you can't win either way. But it's just like fucking. I don't understand. Like, what goes through people's heads that they think, oh yeah, this is acceptable. Like, I'm gonna get away with this. Like, yeah, it's all right to say this. Yeah, I can really say that I've got explosives and they'll let me in. Yeah, that's really cool. Like, no, you're a fucking idiot. Anyway, that's it. Anyway. I'm fucking glad it's over, mate. 3 days I had of that shit. 3 fucking days. I don't mind, mate. I don't fucking mind my job. Like, it sounds like I fucking hate it, but I don't. Just some people, it's just like, it's just observations, mate. It's just general observations. Like, literally, it's just general fucking shit. Back on a positive note, though. I'm so pleased I got my jacket. And it started raining, so I'll be able to wear it. And I got weed. And yeah. Once again, apologies for the scattered uploads. But yeah. It is what it is. Just go with the flow. Also, I checked my main channel page and it says I've got over 30 subscribers now, so if you're subscribed and you're an active subscriber, then safe for watching and thanks for subscribing. 30 subscribers is not a lot, but considering I just smoke weed and talk, then yeah, it's not too bad. Anyway, I'm gonna move on. I just wanted to let you guys know what was on my mind, what I'd been thinking about for the last couple of days, and why I hadn't posted, and that's why. So, anyone that was wishing that I'd upload a video, then now you fucking got it, mate. So be careful what you wish for. But no, yeah, fucking, yeah, I don't like to moan, believe it or not. I really don't like moaning, but sometimes it's just got to be said. I was just fucking putting it out there. I'm gonna roll another zoot, and yeah, take it from there. I've cooked pizza. I've eaten half of it, so I'm gonna have some of that later. But for now, I'm just gonna chill, relax. Obviously, got work tomorrow. Actually, I can polish my boots because they're fucked. They're completely destroyed. I need to get a new pair. I want to get some Magnums, because that's what I had before. And yeah, as I said, I showed you already. They're splitting at the sides. It's gotten worse now, and with this shitty weather, they're just gonna get worse. So, anyway, stay blessed. I hope you're doing well. And yeah. So yeah, stay blessed, stay lean, peace.